All right, guys, welcome in. Edges Talk Sports podcast, YouTube. Check me out. I just want to say thank you. 591 coming up to 600. We're getting there. Haven't reached 600 yet. Trying to update everything, doing audio, video, editing, updates, all that stuff. So hopefully we can get the word out and get you all liking and subscribing. It's been a hot one out here in the Midwest, by the way. If you guys live out here in the Midwest, feels like 102 to 104 degrees almost every single day. I am not going golfing. Just thought I'd let you know that. I was planning on going golfing yesterday. Not happening. It rained a little bit. It's going to rain a little bit today. It's going to rain probably a little bit tomorrow or next day. So probably going to wait till next week, till the temperatures start dropping. But I just wanted to say that I had a YouTube post. So it was a who you got for last week's fight in the main card in the main event. So let's take a look at that, shall we? All right, UFC Fight Night in Baku. Who you got? Jamal Hill versus Khalil Roundtree Jr. And then as you look at it on here, I got a little screenshot here from my show. We only had 2 votes, but we did get a comment, and I'm going to give a shout out to that here in a second. But we had 2 votes. Everybody picked Roundtree Jr., and he did get the win and just chopped away at his legs. Did a really good job chopping. He did a really good job staying patient. Hurt Jamal Hill like pretty much rather quickly in the first like 2 minutes or so, 3 minutes, with the leg kicks. And Jamal Hill, you can tell he was wobbling around, couldn't really move that much, and it screwed up his whole game plan. But really good job, really good technical striking, really good game plan for Roundtree Jr. 100% of you guys, of the 2 people that did the UFC Fight Night in Baku, who you got? We're doing a new little section there, who you got session, and take a look at the comment here. So Sparta Hand in 123 just posted a few days ago. Easy peasy chicken squeezy, and that's how you get the job done. And I wanted to give a shout out to Poland as well. I don't know if he was Polish or not, but on my podcast, Poland is like almost like 15%. It's their second underneath the United States. So I might have to move to Poland to become a hit and become famous out there. So shout out to Poland. All right, now we're going to get into some UFC news. And if you haven't been figuring it out yet, and you haven't lived under a rock, the John Jones retired. So Jones retires, and I don't really have any articles up here. I've read so many articles and everything about it. Tom Aspinall said this back in 2024 in August of last year, said that he is going to retire Jones without even fighting him. And guess what? A year later, almost a year later, he actually did it. Tom Aspinall does what he says, man of the word, man of his people, and he's been training. If you've been watching some videos and stuff like that, and here, hopefully this highlight reel that I got for you guys won't get copyrighted. But anyway, so got some highlights there with Tom Aspinall, and Jones is done. And does this hurt his legacy? Because apparently something happened the other day where he got in an altercation with some driver. And looked like, I don't know if he was a fight, if he punched him, did anything, or said something to him. I didn't watch the actual footage, so I'm not 100% sure. Please let me know what you guys think. And did it tarnish John Jones's record or legacy for, obviously he's going to go in the Hall of Fame, but did it tarnish his legacy? Now we're going to go and check out Tom Aspinall. We're probably just going to keep doing these highlights here. And so I got a lot going on right now, so I don't know what's going on. Okay. So Tom Aspinall, when is Tom Aspinall's next fight, and who will UFC champion face? Now, he did the interim title holder, and then Jones retired. This was Saturday. He retired on Saturday, so this has only been about a few days. Now, Jones won the vacant heavyweight belt back in March of 23 when he beat Cyril Gane in round 1. But his first title defense was derailed 6 months later with the injury of Stipe Miocic when Jones versus Miocic was delayed for a year. Aspinall and Sergey Pavlovich stepped in November of 2023. And then fighting for their interim belt, Aspinall knocked out the Russian in the first round, becoming the Britain's 3rd UFC champion of all time. Now, Aspinall, I thought he was in his 20s, but he is 32. I mean, he's still young. He was forced to wait for a potential clash against Jones, who is 37 years old, and returned last November to stop Miocic and retain the regular belt. Now, that fight only played out after Aspinall, on a very rare move, defended the interim strap last July against Curtis Blades, 60 seconds. So the frustrating saga continued, and we had no clue what was going on. Poor Tom Aspinall has just been sitting there training, just waiting on John Jones, while John Jones is over in Thailand or Timbuktu, somewhere out in the middle of nowhere, swimming with a bunch of dudes. I showed that on the post like a week or two ago. So, Gane, a former interim champion like Aspinall, is one of the just top heavyweights that he could be potentially fighting. Now, there's another couple ones. There's Volkov, there's Pavlich, Blades. Gane seems a likelier opponent, but I'm not sure. What do you guys think who Tom Aspinall should fight? And is Francis Ngannou, I don't know if Dana White's going to allow Francis Ngannou come out from wherever he was at, PFL or something like that, and then come back into UFC. Dana White really doesn't like him, but if he wants to get numbers and get monies, I'd bring him out there back into UFC. That's just my opinion. All right, so there's your Tom Aspinall news. And then, according to UFC 317, there's a newcomer coming out. It's like the first fight. The promotion announced that Cedricus Dumas is out. I probably dumbass. If you ever watched Shawshank Redemption, it's Dumas. No, is out for a scheduled middleweight matchup against Jackson McVeigh for undisclosed reasons. We don't know. This just happened like yesterday. And stepping in will be the undefeated fighter making his UFC debut, Christopher Iwert. I really don't know much about this guy, but he made his pro debut back in December of 2022. Last 3 years, makes his UFC debut at the promotional annual International Fight Week card. I haven't even bring that up. It's the International Fight Week, by the way, this weekend. The 31-year-old was slated to compete in the Dana White Contender Series in August, but now looks to improve his record to 8-0. Now, he competed in the Fury FC in the past 2 fights, earning a first-round knockout against AJ Chambers, and a decision victory against Reese Watkins. So McVeigh has yet to see a second round in his pro career, finishing all 6 of his opponents in the first round. He's only 26. The UFC 317 is headlined by a vacant lightweight championship bout, and we're going to get to the picks here in a second. So hopefully you guys are ready. That was your UFC news. Your question and answer. Who you got segment. You got shout out to Poland. And you got a YouTube comment from Savarta Handen. Check them out. All right. Get more subscribers. Let's do it. So now we're going to go into our UFC Fight Night, UFC 317 picks. And we're only going to do the main card. All right. So hopefully you guys can enjoy these highlights. I'm trying to do 2 things at one time here because I am not a good multitasker. So here we go. Hope you guys see this. So I'm going to be doing these highlights as the fight is going on. So Talbot and then Martinez. So Talbot hit with the head kick here. I'm going to go back and forth. So we're going to take a look at Talbot. Does anybody know why he has these tattoos? What's up with the circle on the front and the circle on the back? Do you know? By the way, Peyton Talbot, 9-1, 7 wins by knockout and 1 by submission. He's got 1 first-round finish as we're doing some leg kicks back and forth. Nice body shot. Just under a minute in, going to 4 minutes here. And I couldn't find the guy that he was fighting, which was Felipe Lima out of Brazil. We'll talk about him for a second. So Felipe Lima, the Jungle Boy, 14-1. He also only has one loss. 4 by knockout, 3 by submission. And 5 first-round finishes. As Martinez... Oh, he got him! Wow! That was quick. I'm sitting here trying to talk about Felipe Lima, and Peyton Talbot just straight up leg kicks him out of nowhere with his tattooed dots. Look at this crush. Right on the chin to the chin. Boygan. I like the slow-mo knockouts. It's pretty sick. So Peyton Talbot. Let's take a listen of one of the interviews that he has here while we watched a little bit of the highlights.
Initial reactions was that some things needed to change in terms of my personal life outside of fighting, and that I just needed to make fighting a big priority, as well as my health. And you have guys that have been training their entire lives to be here, and I just had my first fight at 19, so it's like I'm already making up for lost time, so I just need to stick with that. Yeah, I think I got to a certain point in my career, and I stopped doing some of the little things.
Just a little excerpt there from Talbot there. All right. Like I already told you what happened. He just lost against Barcelos, though, by decision. Now we're going to switch. This is the first time I'm doing this, so I'm going to go switching back and forth from highlights to talking about the fights here. And we're going to go... So that's from the bantamweight. Talbot gets the win with the tats. The circle tat, that's weird. I mean, Lima has tats too. But anyway, I got a couple tats. I don't have that many. I got like 6 or 5, something like that. Anyways, we're going to move into the lightweight bout as we're trying to find the fighters here. Beneil Dariush versus Renato Moicano. Maybe I missed out on one. Which one did I miss out on here? Oh, I did Royval first. So I actually kind of skipped over here. I don't know why I did that. So we're doing Brandon Royval versus Joshua Van. And Joshua Van isn't even on the game, by the way. As the... I skipped through that, by the way. I don't want to draw out as much as it already is. So here we go. Brandon Royval. And this I don't even know who this guy is, Okanavov or something. At least he was left-handed, because I always fight with left-handers, and I always have my career fighters and all that stuff. And but I skipped the fight. I mean, I flip-flopped Brandon Royval and Joshua Van with Beneil Dariush and Renato Moicano. So anyway, Brandon Royval is actually a -125, and Joshua Van is at a +105. So pretty close to a pick'ems in the flyweight division. Brandon Royval is the #1 contender in flyweight, and then Joshua Van coming out of nowhere, and he is ranked 12th. He just fought like a couple weeks ago. Looked impressive with the knockout. And let's take a look at him. His nickname is The Fearless. 14-2, 7 wins by knockout, 2 wins by submission. Like I said, he just fought literally like up June 7th. He gets the win at UFC 316. And the dude's a freaking beast, man. He's a freaking beast. He gets the knockout in the 3rd round with 4:01 left. He beat Soroya by decision, and he beat Durden by decision. It looks like he's finally getting his groove, because he's getting the finishes now. All of a sudden, something happened from March 8th into now, which wasn't that long. Maybe his coaches have been telling him to just turn it up and trust in your striking. It's probably what it is. Look at the elbows. I like the dual elbows, by the way. When you start doing the dual elbows, you go right and left and then strike. That's what I like. See, look at that. He keeps doing it. He's keeping doing it. Go get him. But this was a really hard battle, by the way, when I using that Russian guy or Croatian guy or whatever he is. Like I said, he's left-handed, though, so I like it. And Royval is really hard to get out of, to finish. And I'm not even playing on hard. I'm just playing on, like, normal, which is crazy. Now, we're taking a look at Joshua Van and take a look at some fights, his stats and facts here. Turned pro back in 2021. 7 wins by knockout, 2 by submission, 2 first-round finishes, and won 12 of his last 4 in a row. He was undefeated as an amateur, and he's the 6th youngest fighter in the roster on the UFC. And can we update them, please? EA Sports, UFC 5. Can you give me an updated roster? Daggone, man. Are we still fighting? Let's go. Look at this. It's tough. It's tough. All right. Anyway, so now we're going to take a look at Brandon Royval, the Raw Dog. I didn't even know that was his name. That's hilarious. Raw Dog. 17-7, 4 wins by knockout, 9 wins by submission. Let's take a look at his fight history, shall we? Like we always do. He beat Tara back in 2024. He had 2 fights. He actually beat Moreno by split decision. That's tough. I think I watched that one. He lost to Pantoja back in 23. Beat Nikolai. Beat Schnell. Schnell. It's the Schnell. And let's take a look. Fighting out of Denver. Colorado. Turned pro back in 2012. 10 first-round finishes. Owns first-round submission wins over Joby Sanchez back in 2019. And has won 5 of his last 6 and 2 in a row. And his last pre-UFC loss was back in November of 2018 against UFC vet Casey Kenny. So there's your stats from Royval. It should be a pretty evenly matched up, and it's going to be a banger. I'm just saying, it's going to be a straight up banger. Now, let's go ahead. I'm trying to go to the next fight here. I want you guys to see some highlights. Here we go. See, I told you I skipped it. I don't know why I skipped it. So there's Beneil Dariush versus Renato Moicano. And if you guys have been watching UFC Embedded, Moicano has like a little small little BJJ gym that he goes to. I think it's family. I think he owns it. And he spends time with his family and all that stuff, his wife and kids. It's really cool. He seems like a really chill dude. And he's a really good grappler. Just a really good grappler. As they're standing and banging here, I just want to kind of see. Oh, look at that. Gets him then to clinch. Takes him down. The ankle pick. Moves him right into the side control. Look at that. And he's going in for the submission already. Getting the Kimura. Does he get it? Is he getting it wrapped? He tries to defend it. Defends it well. Going into the full guard. Dariush does a really good job here. 22-6. As we're looking at Dariush. His fight history here. He lost to Sarukian. Sarukian's actually in the news as well. Going after Kimura again. Moicano. Back-to-back Kimuras, and I think he actually got that one. Going into the back side mount. Into that back. Tries to move out. Drops him down and flattens him out. Thought he was going to get the rear naked there. Uh-oh, look at this. What's he doing? Transitions into the triangle choke. And it looks like he might have gotten it. And it does. And there's the finish. Moicano gets the job done there. As he 21 wins if he wins this. Of course, this is just a simulation. I'm acting like it's the real thing. But anyway, he did lose to Islam Makhachev. And that's a really nice transition over into
feeling hungry. Areas. Hungry, you know. I want to make a weight and I want to fight in Saturday. That was easier because I had everything planned out, you know. So I think I am even better than I was last time. I'm prepared. I'm ready. I'm 100% money. I got a lot of money, you know. So I'm happy. I'm not complaining. I had my opportunity. Unfortunately, I fell short. I could not get the win.
There it is. Just wanted to give you a little bit of interview highlights there. He's ready. I mean, he's got his money. He's got everything set. Like I told you, he has that at the gym. He has everything. I mean, he's going fantastic. And he's just enjoying the fight game at this point. And I think that he's going to do a great job at grappling. We just saw that in the simulation there. And I think he's going to take it to the ground and he's going to submit him. And he's just going to have to watch out for the overhands for Dariush and get the job done. So now we're going to go into the flyweight championship here. As Alexandre Pantoja has a minus 265 and Kai Kara-France at a plus 215. Now this is going to be a lot closer fight than I think people are expecting. Kara-France is he's technical. He's really good. He doesn't mess around. He's a fantastic striker. The guy's a freaking beast. And even though I really kind of like, I'm really iffy about the whole entire tribal thing. I don't know. I've been posting this on social media as well. It's like, dude, is that like me saying like I'm from England? My ancestors are from England and I have a castle out there? And or like if you were like a Native American, like start wearing, like if your like ancestors were Native American from like 3 generations ago, does that mean I can start wearing like I'm an Indian chief? Is that what, you know what I mean? I just think it's a little weird, but that's just my opinion. Like, was he actually born in the tribe? Was he raised in the tribe? Did he have to hunt and all that stuff? Does he even know how to hunt? Does he even know how to do anything? Can he fish? I don't know. Kai Kara-France, are you from there? Like, I'm asking you the question. So let's take a look at him as he's walking out here. His nickname is Don't Blink. 25-11. Let's take a look at his fight history, shall we? Now, it was supposed to have been that Urseg. I thought Urseg was going to win the fight. I had Urseg winning. But dude just straight up mauled him, bro, back in August of 24. Like almost been a year now. It's almost been a year since he's fought. So it's about 11 months or so. And got a big win at that. Now he's going to get a big fight. But he did lose a split decision. Granted, it was almost 2 years. What exactly was exactly 2 years ago, June 3rd of 2023, against Albazi. He goes a split decision. But it seems like he's matured. He seems like he's a better fighter. And this is going to be a lot bigger than you think as Pantoja comes out. Those shorts are freaking sick, dude. Now you have the updated shorts for the fight and the game, but you don't have the updated fighters for the actual main card? Come on, UFC. EA Sports, dude, come on. So we're just going to take a look at him real quick out of Auckland, New Zealand, out of City Kickboxing. Came out of the Ultimate Fighter, which is funny because they fought, I forget who he fought for. He was on Team Cejudo and Tough 24. And I think these two actually fought each other for the title back then. And he's won 13 of his last 17, 4 of his last 6, 13 and 4 since the Ultimate Fighter 24. Like 12 wins by KO, 3 by submission, 2 guillotine and rear naked, 13 first round finishes. So he's ready. He's on UFC 317 embedded. If you want to watch episode 4, he's on that. So is Volkanovski as well. And I really think it's going to be a really good fight for the flyweight title. And it's taking a look at the cannibal, Alexandre Pantoja. There he is. Oh, yeah. Check out those shorts, dude. Those shorts are freaking sick. I might just do a play-by-play of this whole entire fight here and go back and forth, taking a look at some stats. He did win. He's undefeated, by the way. Pantoja is undefeated. Has never tasted a loss in the UFC, or if not ever. So here we go. They're starting to do some leg kicks. Kara-France really loving the leg kicks in this one. And then I actually am Pantoja in this because I picked Pantoja. I haven't even been saying who I was going to pick. So whoever wins these fights is who I pick. All right. Because I'm actually the guy that whoever wins. So look at these straight kicks like crazy. As I'm playing it back and watching this, I never realized how many times we like kicked each other's legs. There's another one. I was like, I'm trying to go straight head hunting and then knock the crap out of him. But he was really, Kara-France was really hard to take out and finish. I'll tell you that much. And then he's straining out of American Top Team, Pantoja. Like I said, he's undefeated. Back and forth with the nice hooks, overhand, head kick drops him. And I'm surprised here because I thought it'd be a little bit harder. But Kyle France gets out of it, gets up, and he gets almost dropped again with a nice left hook. Going with the body shots, Kyle France. Straights. Watch out for the leg kick and the body kick here. He goes for the front kick. Back and forth battle with the hooks and everything else. Oh, there goes an overhand. That was nice. With the leg kick, with the head kick. See how you switch stances there? He can switch stances with ease. Oh, he just drops him with that leg kick. And he wanted a little showboat there. Say, what's up? You were talking some smack. Now we're going to get you finished here. Oh, he's in trouble. Drops him to the ground. He said, no, get your ass back up. We're going to knock you out. Oh, no. He blocks the head kick. Trying to finish him. Can he finish him early with a minute and a half left to go in the first? And then a nice hook to overhand. Again, switches back to orthodox. And then trying to finish. Trying to keep him guessing. But he's really chopping at the legs and the body, Kyle France is. And then back and forth. Pantoja is going to be looking really good. Again, I said this is a simulation. Does this go all the way through? There's a nice little left. Nice shots there. Ooh, trying to work the body. Oh, there he goes. Right with 25 seconds left. Pantoja with a fantastic head kick to the dome. Knocks Kyle France out. I like looking at the slow motion replay here. And that he busted him up pretty good. Pantoja's really strong. He's gonna be strong in the clinch. He's gonna be really strong in the grounds and on against the fence, against the cage. I don't know if Kyle France is gonna be able to. He's looking good. He looks fantastic, by the way. When he was standing against Ilia Topuria, a 3 weight class difference, they almost looked the same. Except Kyle France is a little shorter. He's like 5'4", by the way. You look at these little guys, the 5'4", dude. That's like up to my waist. Anyway, maybe my chest. But yeah, again, those shorts are freaking sick. I can't say that enough. I'd almost want to order a pair. I wonder how much. If you know how much they are, let me know. I almost would want to order a pair. That's how cool those shorts are. And he wins the title. Gets the belt. Is Dana White going to come out there like he used to back in the old school days and come out and put the belt on the guys? I don't know if he even does that anymore. I don't think he does he? I'm not sure. Now we're going to go into the lightweight title fight here. Trying to change the fighters. Now we're going and taking a look. Might as well take a look at Oliveira and Topuria. I'm trying to pick up here. Oh, here we go. He's ready to go. He's already doing his little finger pointing at him. So according to the UFC site, it doesn't have the odds on there. So I want to take a look and see what it is. Ewert's actually a minus 170, by the way, from the UFC news. The guy coming in. Topuria is at a minus 525. Man, they're really not giving anything to Oliveira at all. Oh, by the way, Oliveira has been dyeing his hair white since like the beginning of the UFC, from a long time ago. And he comes out at a plus 380 on the money line for your odds makers and your bettors out there. I actually quit betting because I kept losing money. I said, no, I'm done with it. I mean, I don't really bet. I didn't bet much. I just got tired of not winning any money. I actually won more money on the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, and the Belmont Stakes over these UFC fights that I do try to pick every single week, but can't win them all. But at least I got my money and some from the horse racing. So Oliveira's coming out, looking good, looking fresh on the simulation there. No sweat yet. But I said, like, UFC 317 main card here says it won't be starting until about 12:30 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. But like I said, Topuria is actually a minus 525, which is crazy. And as Topuria comes out, we're going to look at the Bronx. 35 wins. You know, Charles Oliveira has the most finishes and most submissions in UFC history, by the way. Thought I'd let you guys know that. Coming off a win against Chandler back in November. He actually lost to Sarukian also. We just talked about someone else that lost to Sarukian. And with a split decision back in April 13th of last year. And then he did beat Dariush. And Dariush is actually fighting on this card. And Charles Oliveira beat him by knockout in the first round with 4-10. Coming out, say Paulo Brazil. 17 fights back at lightweight after 11 fights at featherweight. So he's got 17 fights lightweight, 11 fights at featherweight. He has won 21 of his last 29 bouts and 13 of his last 15. We're talking about Charles Oliveira. 10 wins by knockout, 21 submissions, 4 anaconda chokes, a triangle, a calf slicer, 9 rear nakeds, arm triangle, triangle armbar, and 4 guillotines. Most submissions UFC history, like I just said, he's with 16. Most finishes in UFC history with 20. Turned pro back in 2008. Most finishes in UFC history, like I said, 20. I was saying. He trains with UFC Pride vet Jorge Macaco Patino. And now, here is Charles de Bronx Oliveira. Now we're going to go into Ilia Topuria. Topuria is undefeated. And I think I messed up. Yeah. I was thinking of Ilia Topuria when I was talking about Pantoja. Pantoja is not undefeated. But Ilia Topuria is. Ilia Topuria El Matador, as we're facing off here. And this is the main fight of the night for the flyweight or lightweight championship here. Take a look at Ilia Topuria as he's undefeated. Beat Holloway. He actually beat Volkanovski. And then he beat Emmett. He's beaten Bryce Mitchell. He didn't fight Mitchell back in December 2022. He's fighting out of Germany. And he's got 6 wins by knockout, 8 by submissions, 9 first-round finishes as we look, as it takes it to the ground. So Oliveira takes it to the ground, but look at this. Ilia Topuria reverses it, goes back into half guard, changes over into side control as he's trying to work the grounds. I was trying to do the stand-up. He's trying to stand up, goes into, he's moving all over the place, getting some ground and pound done in the side saddle, back into it, throwing some bows down on Oliveira, hardcore. That kind of probably opened him up a little bit. Staying in there, goes into the arm triangle to try to keep it. Oliveira is really good at submission defense, but look at him battling back and forth as Topuria tries to finish this arm triangle, and I think he does. And he does. But it's not over. Oliveira is still alive as he's in mount. Ilia Topuria, ground and pound, drops the big elbow onto him, slicing and dicing. He's looking pretty good here. And you would have thought Oliveira, when he took him to the ground, was going to get something done. But Topuria comes in. Is he going to get the arm triangle choke here? Or the arm triangle. It looks like it. And does he get the finish? He taps. Ilia Topuria stays undefeated. In the first round, beats Charles Oliveira, the Bronx Oliveira, and beats him on the ground. And I would have thought Topuria would have got a knockout or a TKO, but he gets the submission. And how many submissions does he have? He has 8. And he's got 9 first-round finishes. So Ilia Topuria, not a stranger to the ground game and grappling, as Oliveira tries to take him to the ground, tries to beat on him, and gets the submission as Dana White stands in the background waiting to hear. And he gets the submission due to our arm triangle. Tries to finish it the first time. El Matador gets it the second time. And that, my friends, is how you do it. And I just want to let everybody know, like I said, Topuria is a minus 525. And for the show, make sure you check out my show, check out my YouTube poll. Every Friday I'm going to drop it, like probably Friday morning, and get your picks in. And whoever gives a comment, and I'll pick. If there's multiple comments, I'll choose one, and I'll give you a shout out on the show, just like I did to Savarta Handon. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Love you guys. God bless. And what do? You tip the waitress.